Hey everybody, Modoch here with another lower tier rank match commentary. This game I'm playing against cl0nedme. And he's using full faction Savage Thunder. I'm using my Elven Archer's deck. I decided to put out my Light of the Circle first turn, so I get my 8 speed going and capture a couple fonts. I haven't been playing in a while. Real life has kind of intruded on my game playing and recording time. So this is an older match, and I got to get some more recorded. So he put out an Ice Wisp first turn. So looks like he's just playing a mixed meta deck, more than likely, or a Frost Amp, one of the two. And they're kind of the same thing in ST anyway. So. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Puts out a Yeti Berserker in an interesting spot. Looks like he's going to try to either contest my close font or go for my upper font. I put out a Taskmaster to take my upper font and get kind of aggressive with my Light of the Circle. So. And exactly what I thought he would do, he starts moving towards that upper font. So that's going to make this game interesting right from the start. Because most people, that's a super aggressive strategy for this map, I think. So puts out a Kaz Adherent. That's going to be annoying. I don't quite have enough movement to get to that bottom font, which is annoying, but it is what it is. Put out my Guardian of the Circle for some tankiness. And just kind of see what happens next here. Problem with that Berserker is he's got that leap, so I can't really keep him from getting in that font to contest it. But, like I said, he just comes out super aggressive right from the start. There's his Ice Wisp. So we're both obviously going for that lower font. Does his bolt, which hurts really bad. Really, really bad. But I'm still confident that I can get that lower font and keep him from contesting it. And there's going to be a battle for that upper font, so that's going to be annoying. But at least we'll be on kind of the equal footing for the most part, and I might even be a font up, so. Alright, so I go and move my light in. Cool thing about that font is unless they have flying or leap, they can't get in there. And I ping his Ice Snap so he can't stealth with the char. Go ahead and move him in. Move my Taskmaster in to cap that font. And entangle him. Again, I'm kind of trying to keep him from getting in there, but it's just not going to work. Think about a reclaim. But I really do kind of need another champ here. So I put out my Wilderkin to keep him from contesting with his Kaz Adherent. And kind of move my Guardian up to help support that upper font battle. If I need to. So. Alright, so his Ice Wisp, I think, can't get in there. He leaps in with his Berserker, and man, that thing does a lot of damage. So that's going to be a problem. So he does Gale Force to move my Light of the Circle out of the way and caps the font. So that's super effing annoying. Means I'm going to have to take the Ice Wisp out if I want to take that font back. He moves his adherent in. Can't really do anything against the adherent. He's got that no can do, so you can't really 1 versus 1 it effectively. And he put out a Yeti, Wailing Yeti also. But yeah, so the Cow's Adherent's going to be annoying because, like I said, I can't really do much with it. Unless you've got a couple champs there. So I double tap the Ice Wisp. I go ahead and do my reclaim in that upper font because I'm not going to win that battle if he keep attacking. But if I can delay him a turn or two, then then I could maybe win that font battle. And then here I decide to time slip the Ice Snap or the Ice Wisp. Just because I know I've got enough damage there to kill him the next turn. Kind of vaguely move my Guardian in so that I can kind of support a couple different font battles. Put my dodge up, and then kind of wait and see what he does. Alright, so he leaps away with the Berserker to get out of the reclaim area of effect. I think I can still beat him. He does a Sonic Roar with his Wailing. And then I kind of check, so he equipped the Mirror Shield on the Ice Wisp, which is super annoying. And then runs in to contest my font with the Adherent. So that's super annoying as well. So far he's had pretty decent counters to everything I've tried to do. I think that's just pretty solid BG building there. He's had some answers for me, so. And again, he's continuing with his super aggressive play, so. Alright, so now I've got an issue. I don't have any fonts. So I go and Vortex the Cow's Adherent. Move my Wilderkin up. Go ahead and contest with my Guardian. And then here, I'm kind of trying to calculate damage, see if I can take it out. I probably should just back off that font and not worry about it, but I go ahead and attack twice, no less, taking more damage than I give. And then back off. He's time slipped, so he's going to have 20 speed next turn, which isn't too bad on the Ice Wisp. It's just annoying that I couldn't kill it, that he got that Mirror Shield down and I couldn't kill it. So, like I said, I probably should have just backed off completely with my Light of the Circle and not worried about it, just given up on that font. I go and get a tap in on the Berserker up top. So he's definitely going to die before my Taskmaster does now, unless something weird happens. Alright, so use the Ice Whip to take out my Light, and that's why I should have just backed off. I mean, it would have been the same result anyway, but he wouldn't have been able to kind of bring him back up to support this font battle here. So. Tasking with Wailing, does the Cold Snap, and I believe, yeah, grants an aura to the Wailing Yeti. Good thing is that Guardian is very tanky, so he's going to be taking advantage, but he'll be able to contest that font for a couple turns. Up top, you saw he leapt out of the font. He drops a Crystal Phoenix in the lower font, and Ice Shard in the upper font to keep that contested. So. So a little bit of quick back and forth here. Alright. So I go ahead and want to engage the Wailing Yeti just in case he wants to move. I'll get that entangling attack. Obviously the Guardian doesn't do a whole lot of damage, he's just there to tank and kind of create a little bit of havoc. So again, kind of doing some damage calculations here, seeing if I can go ahead and take him out. I think with the Blitz I can get him. Blitz with a double tap gets me close. And he's dead. Alright. Then I recover the globe with the globe and the call to arms. I am able to put out my Enforcer of the Circle. And end my turn. Alright. My Enforcer has multi-attack now, which is nice because my Light of the Circle is in cooldown. I'm still feeling, like I'm not feeling super confident at this point, but I'm still okay with where I'm sitting. We're equal on the fonts. You know, my Guardian should be able to contest that font for one more turn at least. And then I've got a Relic I can drop next turn if I need to. Puts out another Ice Wisp. Alright. So I do go ahead and drop my Elven statue so that I can contest that, because I think my Guardian's going to be dead this next turn. I'm going to go ahead and put a Withering Fern on the Wailing Yeti. Probably should have put it on the Adherent, but try to get my Blitz damage going so that I can take that shard out. And I do. Kind of just keep my Enforcer back a little bit because that Crystal Phoenix and Ice Wisp at the bottom are going to come up and contest that font. Double tap with my Guardian again. Like I said, I have no illusions that he's going to survive another turn. Even with all his tankiness, he's going to... There's a lot down there. Alright, so I retake my upper font. Excuse me. And just like I thought, he's bringing the Phoenix up to contest. And the Ice Wisp to support. So at this point, I think he's going to leave my Guardian there. But then he Ice Storms. And that takes care of the Guardian. But my Elven statue's still alive and kicking, so it can contest the font at least one more turn. So I'm okay with that. Alright, so I need to put out another champ, obviously. He is in range of the Reckless Blast. And I go and deploy a Deadly Tracker. Lay a trap. And go ahead and do my Reckless Blast as well. Takes out the Elven statue, so you can retake that font. His Wailing Yeti's pretty low. Cold Snap. Grants an Aura. And moves his Phoenix in to get the aura damage. So obviously I'm thinking of Thorn Collection. This next turn, because he's got them nice and grouped for me. Could probably take out a couple. He puts out his banner. Still got that other Ice Wisp running around up there somewhere. And this is where I kind of make a small mistake, I think. In just a moment. I go ahead and do Thorn Collection. And I go ahead and do a Brambles. To kind of keep the... I want to kind of restrict their movement. Going to move them out of the Death Nova range there and take the Crystal Phoenix out. Cover my globe. Dictate. So that I can get in range for an attack on the Ice Wisp and take it out. And recover that globe. And then I probably should have put my banner in that upper font. That's the mistake I was talking about earlier. Because I know that Ice Wisp was running around up there. And I know he's probably going for that upper font. And I just kind of abandoned it. So, like I said, with my tracker still in my close font, he would have been able to contest the Ice Wisp but not take it. By not putting that relic up in the top font, my banner up in the top font, it kind of just opens that up to be contested by that Ice Wisp. Alright, so he uses Kazuja, which didn't really do much. And he brings his Wailing Yeti in. Got my Cleansing Emerald ready. Puts out a Crystal Yeti. One of the most annoying units in ST. Not impossible to kill, just annoying. And just it's another piece on the board that I can't really deal with effectively at this point. So as you can see, he capped that upper font, which is annoying, which means I've got to take at least one unit back there in order to get that. I make a mistake there by not reading the ability of the Wailing Yeti, and then, I mean, I still take him out, but I wasted AP and took damage from it. So, and then I moved to kind of threaten that lower font as well. But again, I can't really do much against the Crystal Yeti. That's really a unit that you need to one round if possible. I'll go ahead and reveal his Ice Wisp. Kind of think I messed up the placement of that trap too. Probably should have put it on the end point of my font there. At this point I just kind of have to back off, and because I can't deal with either of those champs really. As I said, this is where I start making a few mistakes. Like I said, I kind of leave my Enforcer of the Circle out there in the middle of nowhere with no support. I mean, a couple of the moves I had to make, I think, but I don't know, a couple small mistakes can really make a difference in a game. So, Ice Bolt's my Wilderkin. I'll probably still win that font battle though without too much trouble. Puts out a Crystal Howler in those lower font. And moves to kinda, looks like he moves to kinda try to take out my Enforcer. I mean, he does have a pretty big target, and I left him out there with no support, so definitely overextended with him. I was trying to counter aggression with aggression, and it did not pay off. Probably should have moved, definitely should have moved my Taskmaster a little closer to that font battle as well. I had a couple extra movement, would have given me, I mean, a couple extra AP for the next turn. Put out a Bow Mage so that I can get her flanking. And double tap. But I'm still just short of killing it, which means it'll be another turn before I can take it out. Which is annoying. Again, even if I leap, I can't get a double tap on. So there's no point. Go ahead and try to move my Enforcer back. Like, pretty much the only thing that accomplished was making him deploy in the lower font instead of the close font. So, which doesn't really make much of a difference at all, to be honest. Just in cleansing range from the Emerald, so that's good. He brings his Yeti in to get the charge damage. Attacks my Cleansing Emerald. Does his charge, which hurts really, really bad. And now I've got to figure out how to deal with all of that. The upper font battle is won, but again, it puts both of those units way out of position. Drops an Ice Snap. So this game went from bad to worse. Because now I've got 3 problem champs to deal with. I've got the Crystal Yeti with his stunning. We've got the Kaz Adherent with the Nunkando. And I've got Ice Snap, who's just ridiculous in general. So, I go ahead and proc the stunning blow with my Enforcer. Do that to reduce his damage because I want the deep wounds damage from my tracker, from my double tap tracker. And here, I didn't even check my range. I should have imbued stun, because he was within range. I should have just imbued stun and stunned the Yeti, which would have allowed me to take him out the next turn. I want to finish off the Ice Wisp. Bad thing is, we've got to keep the Wilderkin up there to recapture that font. So she's pretty much out of the battle for another turn or 2. Yeah, I definitely should have stunned that Yeti. Had plenty. I had plenty of AP to do it. He backs off with the Yeti so that he can release a Frost Cone with the Ice Snap. And then moves back in with the Yeti. And attacks. I'm kind of surprised that he didn't take out the Cleansing Emerald there. But he Ice Storms, and that gets rid of that. Gets rid of my Enforcer. And moves his Adherent in. Tries to reposition a little bit there. And he Gale Forces, which takes out my Death Tracker. So that's fun. Again, I probably should have put out another champ here, but go on Ancestral Anger. Go ahead and do Fire for effect. And attack the Kaz Adherent, and he didn't put block up, so that's interesting. So I'm able to take him out and recover that globe. But my Bow Mage is pretty much dead this next turn. Go ahead and time slip the Yeti, just because I think I wasted Nora there. And try to bring my other 2 units in for support. Like I said, I think it's just a kind of a waste of Nora there to do the time slip. I mean, yeah, it protects from the Yeti, but the Howler and Ice Snap will be able to take out my Bone Mage, no problem. Should be able to, anyway. I'm just kind of checking my options and my champs for the next couple turns. Basically, if I can't get rid of that Crystal Yeti this next turn, then this game's over, because Ice Snap's just going to own just about anything I can put out. He puts out a Skybreak Dragon. Now, with the ores and everything, obviously my Bow Mage dies. Deafening Ore is a bitch and a half. But yeah, if I wouldn't have spent the Nora on Time Slip, I don't know. Probably could have done one extra thing this turn. Go ahead and put out a reclaim to try to maybe keep my Taskmaster alive long enough. Put on my Elven statue again. Double tap Ice Snap. Tap Crystal Howler once. This game's pretty much over. I don't have a whole lot of options left here. Swoops in with a Skybreak. So my Wilderkin's pretty much dead with a double tap from Ice Snap. He goes to move his Crystal Howler in. I don't think he realized that his Yeti had 20 speed. Or 20 AP, because he moves his Howler back out. And then takes his Yeti up to contest the font, eating both the mines. Alright, Wilderkin's dead. Taskmaster is pretty close to dead. I'm just completely out of options. So I go ahead and surrender. So, yeah, there's the surrender. So I hope you guys enjoyed that game. This is Modoch signing off, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.